let's talk about the fights that we're going to do this week on HBO. It's a pay-per-view card. We got 4 fights on the card. We've got, as you mentioned, we've got James Kirkland on the card. He's fighting Nobuhiro Ishida. Is this just a stay busy fight for him?
It's actually a step-up fight for Kirkland. It is. Ishida is a former champion, former belt holder. I don't want to say champion. He's a former belt holder. He's a big step up from the past 2 guys that Kirkland's destroyed. Kirkland should beat him. It's a genuine step up for him, just to see where his skills are at since the layoff. And should he get by Ishida, which he should, and does it in very dominant fashion, look for him to do another big step up on HBO and then try to move in for a Martinez fight soon enough.
Is Ann Wolfe still in his corner?
Ann Wolfe is not in his corner. Now he's trained by Kenny Adams. Ann Wolfe had that whole situation where she doesn't like to deal with people from in jail. I can understand that. Mm-hmm. And Kenny Adams is a great trainer who knows how to take those guys that are reckless and wild and really bring them down with some discipline. Kenny Adams is a former drill sergeant.
Okay, so we'll see how the new and maybe improved James Kirkland is.
I'm looking forward to it. It should be a good fight.
And I understand Paulie Malignaggi is also going to be somewhere in the card. He's going to be fighting Jose Miguel Cotto. What do we make of this fight?
Well, Jose Miguel Cotto is a step-up guy for Golden Boy now. We saw him against Saul Alvarez and a couple of other fighters. He's a good fighter. He's tough. But Malignaggi, if he has any skill left, should beat him pretty handily. And I know they're trying to move Malignaggi into a title shot at welterweight against John Zavek, one of the belt holders that's not as well known. So Paulie can get another title. It's a good fight for him. So this is a good step-up fight. Should be an easy win for him, but Jose Miguel Cotto will bring it.
Yeah.
Regardless, he's a tough guy. He did hurt Alvarez, remember?
Right, he did. Now, I don't think this is going to be on the televised portion of the card, but Nate Campbell is going to be in action.
He's back.
Danny Garcia. What do we make of this fight?
Well, that shows you right there what Golden Boy thinks of Nate Campbell by putting him in with Garcia, be honest. Garcia is a very good, very one of the top prospects in Golden Boy right now. Tough guy, really good fighter, product from Philly. Nate Campbell looked washed up really bad in his last fight against Walter Estrada. You know, Walter Estrada is the same guy that got blown out in 30 seconds by Yuriorkis Gamboa years ago, so, make that as what you want. Nate Campbell coming back, maybe it's a little bit for money, but he's still a tough guy. He's going to bring it, and if he wants to do this, he has all his faculties intact. Who's going to stop him?
Okay, so let's get to the co-features on the card. The WBA and the WBO lightweight titles are on the line, and it's going to be Robert Guerrero versus Michael Casitas. Interesting fight. I've heard a lot of people going back and forth on their picks. Who are you leaning towards in this fight?
Same thing. I've been going very back and forth. I like Guerrero. I do. I think he has more skills than Casitas, more tools. He's more fluid in the ring. But you have to remember, Guerrero sometimes coasts. You notice that?
Yes.
He does coast sometimes later on in fights. And Casitas will be bringing it all 12 rounds. So Guerrero, if he stays on his A game and does not coast at all, he should win. If he starts coasting, that's when he can get caught, because Casitas can crack and he will bring it.
Right, and to me, this is a very important fight. I think it's more important for Casitas to win this fight.
It is.
Because he's been on HBO a bunch of times, and he's lost more than he's won while he's on television. So this is a very, very important fight for him. Otherwise, you might hear people start talking about him being washed up or a stepping stone. So, they're both good guys. Both have had their share of personal tragedies, in the past years. And so this should be a very, very interesting fight.
I mean, the way they've been talking, it sounds like it's going to be a can't-miss fight.
Right.
And Guerrero is always in very good fights. Casitas is always in great fights. The styles should mesh really well together. I'm looking forward to it.
And speaking of can't miss, here's a fighter that used to be a can't miss fighter. We're not sure where he is now. Erik Morales is on the card. The main event. And he's fighting for the WBA light welterweight title, and he's taking on Marcos Maidana. Now, what do we make of this fight, Aris?
You said he used to be, right?
Yeah.
This isn't, Erik Morales is saying this is the old Erik Morales. No. This is an old Erik Morales.
Yes.
A guy that has not looked good in his past, in his fights coming up. He says that's all changed. He feels good. He feels ready. If he feels enough, he's the one who called out Maidana. You got to remember that. He called out Maidana. Not too many people like to call out Maidana. So he asked for this fight. I think it's a bad fight for him, but, he's going to bring it. I think he outboxes Maidana for the first few rounds, and then he gets stopped.
Yeah, we'll see. It's I guess on the plus side of this, one of the positive things is HBO has actually rebroadcasted the first Erik Morales Manny Pacquiao fight from 2005, and
Morales' last performance as a great fighter.
Yes, totally. If you haven't seen it, try to catch it on HBO.